Okay, now the next topic that we have to study is about the levels of management. Okay, so there are different levels. So the management can be basically divided into three levels. Okay, top level, middle level, and bottom level or lower level. Okay, so there are three levels, and this can be, you can see that the kind of a pyramid is made. Okay, and it is divided into three categories. Okay, so the first one is the top management. This one is the middle and the lower. Okay, so there are three categories or three types of management. So the management can be divided into basically the three categories. So under that there are, so these organization can be divided into two groups. One is the management or managers, and the other one is non-managers, or we can say here we can call it as non-managers or workers. Okay, so all the three levels are there. They are the managers, and under that there is a non-managerial employees are there, or we can call it workers or laborers, all these. Okay, so these three levels are there. They are the managers, managerial employees or managers, and non-managerial employees. Two types. Basically, the employees can be divided into two categories, and the managers can be divided again into three categories. That is top, middle, and lower level. Next, we have to study is about what is a top level, or what is a top level management. On the top management, board of directors, chief executive officer, etc. are included. Chief executive officer can be a single person or a committee of officers. Chief executive officer can be called by many names like a managing director, general manager, president, or all these. So there are different names used. It doesn't mean that doesn't matter what the name is using. Like some companies may be using general manager, some companies using the manager or president, or like principal, or different type of names are used for the top managers. Okay, so he is the supreme power or the highest person or highest authority. So he is the one who is making. And this top level manager, maybe some companies they will have only one manager, just one person will be there as a general manager, one manager. Or sometimes it will be a committee, 2-3 members together. Okay, a committee, board of directors, like so. Board of directors are there, or some few members will be there. Many members will be there. A committee, a group of members can be also there. Either individual person or a few members, or not more than 5. Okay, so many members will not be there. So 2, 3, or 5, or maximum like less than 10 members. You can say normally it is 1 or 2 or maximum 3 persons like that. Okay. And the next we have to study is about the works of them, functions of the top level. What are the activities that they have to perform? First one is the determining the objectives. So the company's targets are there. What company has to achieve. Okay. So objectives of the organization. We have studied objectives, and in that there are 3 objectives are there: organizational objective, social objective, and personal objectives. You know. So the organizational objectives are determined by the top level managers. They will decide what the company has to do, or how much the products the company has to make, or how much improvement in the increase in the productivity has to be there. All these type of things. The determining the objective, that is the first work of them. Then second one is about the determining the policies. Okay, so they will determine what are the policies. Okay, so in what way we will be able to achieve these objectives. Okay, so for that different policies have to be maintained. Okay, so those policies will be developed by the top level managers. Then the next one is they determine activities. What are the different works? So like they will decide that we might that 10,000 output has to be produced by the company. That is the objective given. And what are the activities to be achieved for reaching this one? Okay, if I have to produce 10,000 output, if the company has to manufacture 10,000 output, how we can reach to that level? Okay. Okay, so what are the activities to be performed for achieving this target? So those things they will be deciding. Okay, then they will say assembling resources. Assembling resources means that see, like if we have to produce 10,000 output, then we need that much amount of materials required, isn't it? So we need financial resources, raw materials are required, manual human resources are required, machines are required. So all these type of things, what are the things required, that they will find out, and from where and how we will get these things. Okay, so all these type of things they will decide. So they are not going for purchasing the things, but they will decide that from where we have to purchase, isn't it? So from where or how we will purchase the things. Okay, so those things they will decide. Controlling the work performance, whether how the work is going on, or how to handle the work. So they will control the work performance. Like if the first month they will say like yearly target is set. So this is the 10,000 is the yearly target for this year we have to manufacture. So in 1 month they will calculate how much production has been done and how much demand is there, external demand they will analyze. Then how the product, how the company is going on, all these type of things they will decide. Okay, so they will make some analysis of or controlling the work performance. And the last work is approving budgets. So the companies will create different type of budgets are there. See, like if the company wants to, like if a machine is to be purchased, so we have to purchase a new machine, and 10 lakh rupees is to be spent for that. So they will make a budget of that, and this budget has to be approved by the top level managers. So this budget are made by the middle level managers, and they will hand over it to the top level managers, and they have to sign it. So they have to approve the budgets. They will go through it whether it is profitable or not, and how much or which from where we are purchasing, and is there any other source from where we can purchase it in a little more lesser money or less cost, or all these type of things they will decide, and they agree the budgets. Okay, so these are the works of the top level managers. Okay. Secondly, we have to study is about the middle level managers. Okay. So the middle level management lies between top level and lower level. Under this, divisional heads, departmental heads, deputy departmental heads, plant superintendents, and operations managers are included. Okay. So the work of the or the different people included in the middle level managers means that especially the departmental managers, like the top level managers will be there controlling the entire company, and the company will be divided into different heads, different categories, like a production department, purchase department, sales department, marketing department, finance department, like that. So many departments are. Okay, all the heads of these departments, all the heads of the departments will come in the category. This is a middle level category will be there. Okay, or they will have some deputy managers also will be there. So like one production manager will be there. So one production manager may not be able to handle the entire work of production, so he may have some assistants will be there. One or two deputy managers also will be there. So they will come now. Departmental managers, they will have assistants. Okay, like production manager is there. So one production manager may not be able to handle the entire work. So one main manager will be there. One or two deputy managers also will be there in the one department itself. So they will be there. Like sales manager. So sales full activity cannot be controlled by one person. So under him there will be one or two deputy managers will be there. So they will also come in the middle level category. Okay, so middle level managers. And next we have to study the functions. The functions of this one, interpreting the policies. The policies are made by the top level managers. They make the policy, but what policies that they have made, they will interpret this policy to the lower level managers. They make the lower level managers understand about the policies. They will interpret the policy. They will explain about the product, about the policies. Okay. Then preparing organizational setup. So how the organization should be, the arrangement of the organization. They will decide that how. See, like production department, in the production department, how the actions has to be there, where the production has to be started. From there, what is the next step to be done. So all this line of authority or a line of production, how the work has to be going on. All these things they will be decided. Okay. And appointing of employees. So in their department, like a production department, for producing the activities, many employees are required. So appointment of these employees are done by the middle managers. Okay, or there will be like a HR manager will be there. So he will be mostly handling with the appointment of employees. Then issuing instructions, they will give instruction to the lower level managers how we have to perform the work, or if anybody is not doing the work, or any kind of changes are required, or whatever things are required that they will give instructions. And motivating employees. So they have to motivate employees. Like if the employees, if we're just telling them that you have to do this job, then employees will not be doing the job. So after, in the beginning they will be doing, then they will get tired, they will not be interested, they will lose their interest in the job. So then we have to motivate them. So students are also like that. In the beginning, like when you join in the 12th class, then so you are so much motivated, you will think that I will score 90% mark, I will score 100% mark, and thinking like that you are very well motivated and you start working and you study. But after some time what happens? Then so after some time you say that lockdown is there, so lockdown, then closed, books closed, isn't it? So then they think that lockdown is there, so exam will not be there, this year all promotion will be there, no need of studying, So you thought, so then became a little bit lazy. Then after that 2-3 months went on like that. Then after that, then again they say that school is going to reopen, and they started, like we started online class. Then we study online. Okay, then we start online. So in the beginning, they say every video they will see, and they will be very much interested. They start studying, and again we got motivated. After that, we find that watching this class for 30 minutes is very much boring. So you start, instead of that, playing PUBG is better. So you spend that time playing PUBG, then your interest will get diverted. So after that, we started the class. So then, this normal class we have started. Then, in the beginning, now class started, we will study again, motivated. So much motivated you came. And in the first day, plenty of beginning, more number of students are coming. Then after that, it became shift. Then number again decreased. So few days went on, then number increased, and it became more than 25. Then we thought that we will divide the class into 2. And then again, number became very much low. Only few are coming and studies are not there, and exam is conducted at home, so very much easy. You can copy nicely and write, getting full mark, very nice mark. And after that, the exam conducted in the school, then everything gone. So then again problem. So then you thought that again we started. So this is human tendency, So it is not the problem of you. Even I am also like that, or even every human beings are like that. Even after when you go for a job, when you go to the companies, when you start working, there also this problem will be there, So like in the beginning of the month, so like I was working in ICICI Bank. So when I was working, our manager will call, and every week we have meeting. Okay, in the beginning of the month, the manager will make a meeting, especially on the Saturdays. Every Saturday we are having meetings. So we will go in the meeting, and the manager will be there, and others, all our employees are there. So all will come, and he will, in the first month, beginning of first week meeting, he will say, what is your, this is your target, you have to achieve this much, you have to achieve that much. So all the targets and all will be given, and last month you have not achieved the target, this month anyhow you have to achieve the target. Very nicely they will speak. The next week, they will say the language of or the way that the manager will be speaking will be little more hard voice. So he will say that half of the month is over, till now you have not achieved the target. What are you doing there? You start working. So you do that work, do this work. Like that, instructions will be there, getting angry a little bit and speaking. And in the third week, again then his voice will increase again, will become more harsh. Why are you simply sitting here? Simply you are not doing any work. Why you till now almost a month is going to get over. You are not getting any target. Anything is not there. Start shouting. And towards the end of the month, then he will become all the more angry. He will start shouting, scolding all the bad words, everything he will speak. And you simply coming and simply sitting in the company and spending money or spending time there. You don't have any work to do. Why don't you go there and work or collect some employees or get money? Why are you not doing this one? So many scoldings you will get. Okay, month over. Then again, next month again starts same process. The first week he will come very nicely. He will speak very target will be given. So this process will continue like that. You know. So we need to get we need motivation. It is required in the we need to motivate the employees. You know. Otherwise employees will not do. If employees are given target is given and tell that you will do this much. In the beginning they will start doing, then after that they will lose interest. So we have to motivate the employees. So for motivating the employees, some kind of activities are required. Okay, sometimes they will take like some kind of like rewards are given. You know, so all those who are achieving the target, they will get some additional benefits, or they will give some prize. Like you might have seen like these insurance companies and all, they are giving some prize for like 100 insurance if they get, or if they reach the like the insurance amount reaches like 10 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees, like that they get the prices. So the one who is insurance agent, they are getting prices when the number of like in 1 month if he is able to make some 10 or 20 policies, then he will get some price. So such a way, different prices and all are given. So such a way that they will try to motivate. That is positive motivation. Also there is a negative motivation. They will start scolding. So they will say that what are you doing? Why are you not doing these things? So they sometimes they will scold, or they will say that if you don't work, if you don't achieve the target, you will be depromoted. You will be losing the job. So such kind of any things will be there. So these are the negative motivation. So whatever may be the methods, so it depends on that level of management where it is there, and based on that we need to use different policies for the motivating the employees. So this motivating of employees is done by the middle level managers. The next one is creating corporations. See, like if under his department, like if a production department is there, so there are different activities are going on. Okay. So all these activities has to be coordinated. Cooperation between the within the department and cooperation with the other department is also necessary. Okay. So this is the duty of the manager, the departmental manager, to see to it that the relationship with the all the their own department should go together. Cooperation should be there within the organization, within the department, and not only within the department should have a cooperation with the other departments also. Like production department, if the production department is producing all the product, but if the sales department is not able to sell the product, then there is no benefit. So we produce 10,000 product, but only 2,000 product is sold. Then no benefit. 8,000 product just simply lying in the godown. Is there any benefit? No benefit is there. So we have to sell the product. So we should have cooperation between the production and the sales. Okay. And if the sales department is doing very nicely, and if the sales department has taken order for 10,000 product, but the production department produced only 2,000 product, then also it is not possible. The company cannot be. So they cannot sell the product. Only 2,000 product is made. They have taken order for all 10,000 product, but they were expecting that 10,000 product will be made, and the company did not produce the product. Then if you ask if you ask to the production department, why are you not producing? Then they will say that purchasing department, they did not purchase the raw materials, or they did not purchase these things, and the quality of the materials purchased is not good, or any type of excuses they will say. And if you ask to the purchase department, they will say that the finance department did not give us money to purchase the things. They put blame on each other. So this is the process, or this is the things that they take place. But these things should not be there. So if the departmental heads are having cooperation, they will discuss with each other. They will have so it is the duty of the departmental heads to maintain the relationship proper. Okay, so they should motivate the employees and create the proper working environment, so that the people will be working in a cooperation. So these are the different works of the middle level organization. The next one we have to study is about the lower level management. Or lower level is having many names are there, like lower level, or supervisory level, or operational management. It is also known as supervisory management. Okay. Under this, various foremen and supervisors are included. They are called first line managers. Okay. So this is like a departmental heads are there. Under that there will be like some supervisors are there. Okay, so they are directly dealing with the workers. So these are lower level employees. Middle level managers will be there. Under that lower level managers will be there. They are directly dealing with the workers, superintendents, foreman, or these kind of people are there. They are what are we doing here? Okay, so all these people are coming in this category. Okay, so they are the following functions are there. First one, submitting workers' grievances. So there will be some complaints, some problems of the workers will be there. So they are the ones who is directly dealing with the workers. So they will have some complaints, some problems, some kind of issues faced by the workers. So that they will collect the things from them and inform it to the middle level managers or top level managers. Okay. Ensuring proper working environment. The working environment of the organization they have to maintain. See like if the cleaning of the factory or working environment, the machines, the conditions of the machines, if the machines are working properly or not, the quality of the raw materials they have to check it, and they should see to it that the organization is things are going on in a smooth way. Ensuring safety of workers. So like sometimes some of the workers they doing the work and they, especially like some mines and factories and so on are there, like glass products they are making like glass or iron or like products are made, so then it is very risky jobs are there, especially people those who are working in mines and so on. So they need to have security of the workers are there. They need to like they are supposed to use gloves and like a jacket like things they are using. So many precautions they have to take, boots and all the precautions they have to make. Okay, so they see to it that they are using proper all these things and insurance of the workers are there, or all these things, or they use proper machines, equipments are given. You know, so if you use like simply like a hot thing, you cannot simply take it with your hands, but there are some kind of like equipments are there for holding it or taking it. So such type of things are there. So they have to see to it that all the employees, the safety of the employees have to be taken care of. So these are the duty of the lower level management. Helping middle level management. So and also they need to do some kind of like helping the middle level managers. You know, we have studied about delegation of authority, isn't it? So there are some works which is supposed to be done by the middle level managers. So they will hand over this duty to the lower level managers. So they have to help the middle level managers at the time of some needs are there. At that time they have to help. Then inviting suggestions. So then they see like if we are going to manufacture any new product or any type of any new issues and all are there. So at that time they have to invite suggestions from the workers. So they like they imagine that if a car manufacturing company, the car manufacturing company's head may be there, so he may not know how the car is manufactured or how the work is going on. So he will have some idea, but the more theoretical things he may not know. So he may be a management head, but the one who is working in that he will be an engineering student or engineering he has studied, so he knows that what is the mechanism used there. Or if a car is there, so how this car, if imagine that if the car's that mileage has to be increased. So if one car is there and which car is, so then these workers they know how the this mileage is reduced or what is the problem with the mileage or how it can be increased, or see like sometimes they will increase the size of the pistol or they like tire. Okay, so maybe because of the quality of the tire may not be good, that is why the mileage may decrease, or the engine power, or when horsepower increases then or the power of the engine increases, cc of the engine is there, so that when it is increasing then the mileage may decrease. So there are different things are there. So more theoretical things will be known by the workers. Okay, so and they may be able to bring up new good suggestions better than even the managers. So that will be collected. So they will, the lower level employees, lower level managers, they will get the suggestions from the employees. And creating better human relations. They should create better relations. Okay. So among the workers, they should have a proper relations. All the workers should cooperate. Then only the success of the organization is possible. Okay. So they have to make sure that all the workers are doing the work in a cooperative way. Okay. So these are the different functions, different levels of management. Okay. Thank you so much.